This is Scott Davis with RHS TV, and I just started QuickTime Player, and I'm doing a screen recording. And I'm going to show you how to record a voiceover and a title slide. And I've already created a new project here in Final Cut Pro, and so I'm going to add that later, this screen recording to that. So here's the video that I've created. And this one, when we did it originally, we didn't have a title slide, so I had the student create one. But I'm going to show you how to do it. So the first thing we do is we go in here to the titles, and if you're in the older version of Final Cut Pro, you'll find it over here. But in the newer version, it's here. So I like centered. We're going to grab it and drag it down. And there's two ways you can do a title slide. You can do it up here at the top over the action, or you can do it in the beginning. And I like doing it in the beginning. And you can do it three ways. You can do it blank with no audio. You can use this audio and detach it and drag over the natural sounds, which is what we'll do here. Okay, and then you can also go in and record a voiceover that you add to this. So what we'll do is we'll use the natural sounds, and we'll do a voiceover. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to write the voiceover, or I'm sorry, we're going to go ahead and do the title slide. So we're going to say RHS student. I'm going to grab this subtitle and move it down to give me room, because this is going to be a long headline. It's going to need two banks or two lines. Wins free chicken for a year. Okay. And I'm going to add a little. I always like to do a subtitle here at halftime of Heritage game. Or what? Let's say wins Canes. No, okay, let's go ahead and let's put from Raising Canes. Or we'll change that to Wins Raising Canes Contest. All right. And wins is a little bit short, so I'm going to put earns to make it a little closer to balanced. I like the two to be balanced. Now, if you don't like the font style, I had a student ask that the other day. You can go in here and change the font style to whatever you want it to be. Okay. And then if you don't like that, just Control Z and go back to the original one. But you can change the size of it, or you can change the font style. So I'm going to leave it like it is. Okay, so we got this. Now, you see we have some action here. I always do some action before we start the interview.
I did the Canes halftime challenge thing, and
all right, so now we're going to write the voiceover. So I've already got me my Google Drive set up here, and I'm going to create a new Google Doc, and I'm going to do this in all caps. Voiceover example. A Rogers High School student won free chicken for a year. In the Canes all right. All right. All right, now we've got the voiceover written. So that's pretty brief. I'm going to make it a little bigger so it's easier to read. All right, so the next thing we do is we go here back into Final Cut Pro. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. Whoops, that's larger. A little bit smaller so I can collapse it down and read it. Now I'm going to go to the very end of the video here. I like to do it this way. You don't have to, but I like to go to the very end, and I'm going to go to a window, and I'm going to do record voiceover. And when you do this, you need to be sure that you have the setting on the USB mic. If not, it'll try to use the built-in microphone, and your audio will be a lot better on the USB mic. So we're going to tell it the USB mic, and we're going to record it on 3, 2, 1. A Rogers High School student earned free chicken for a year by winning the Canes Challenge at halftime of the Heritage Game. Okay, we're going to turn that off, and it goes into the event swish, which was the name of the video file. We'll listen to it and see how it sounds. All right, so I'm going to go back into, okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this video or this script and save it, move it to wherever your portfolio is. So if you just do move here, so this is an assignment. So I'm going to put it under assignments. VO example. So we're going to move it there. So example assignment. All right. So that way, once you write the voiceover, save that in your portfolio so you'll have it. And then if you have to go back and redo it, you have it. Don't scribble it on paper. Just type it up. It works better. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close that. Now, I've got the voiceover. Let's see what it sounds like. A Rogers High School student earned free chicken for a year by winning the Canes Challenge at halftime of the Heritage Game. Okay, it sounds pretty good. We're going to go ahead and turn it up just a little bit to get it up to about -6. Once it starts getting into that red, we don't want it in the red. A Rogers High School student earned free chicken for a year. Okay, I want to make that a little bit easier to see, so I'm going to make the wavelengths a little bigger, and then I'm going to drop it just down where it's not in the red. Okay. A Rogers High School student earned free chicken for a year by winning the Canes Challenge at halftime of the Heritage Game. All right, so I'm going to take this voiceover that I just did, and I'm going to move it. I'm going to get rid of that extra stuff there and move it all the way to the beginning. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this with it. Now let's listen to it. A Rogers High School student earned free chicken for a year by winning the Canes Challenge at halftime of the Heritage Game. Okay, as you can tell, that audio is a little bit loud, so I'm going to go there and split the clip above it using the command B, and then I'm going to turn that way, way down so you can hear it, but it doesn't drown it out. And then I'm going to fade this one in. Let's see how that sounds. A Rogers High School student earned free chicken for a year by winning the Canes Challenge at halftime of the Heritage Game.
I did the Canes halftime challenge thing and had to make a layup, free throw, 3-point and half-court shot in under a minute, and I did it to win free Canes for a year. I wasn't really surprised.
Alright, so let's watch it again.
A Rogers High School student earned free chicken for a year by winning the Canes Challenge at halftime of the.
Let's see how long that is. We could go a little bit longer on that. Alright, so if you want to go a little bit longer, just make it longer there and then drag that back. It's still going to come out the same here on your split.
A Rogers High School student earned free chicken for a year by winning the Canes Challenge at halftime of the Heritage Game.
Alright, I don't like what I did there, so I'm going to do Control Z and go back to what I had before.
A Rogers High School student earned free chicken for a year by winning the Canes Challenge at halftime of the Heritage Game.
I prefer to always have your voiceover match the what's on the screen. That way it doesn't confuse the viewer. Alright, so that's all you need to do. That one's done, so I'm going to export this to a master file. I'm going to call it sample VO and title slide. And I'm going to take that. I don't want it 1280. I'm going to make the, well, yeah, part of the clips were 1280. We're 720, so I can't make it higher resolution. So I'll make it better quality, and I'll go to the desktop with it. It's going to ask me where to go, and I'll tell it to the desktop. All right. So there we go. And so that should be done. I'll go ahead and close this. And now I will stop the QuickTime recording and make a quick video of this. And if you go to QuickTime Player and just say quit it, then it's going to ask you for the name. So I'm going to call it Voice Over and Title Slide. And then save it to the desktop.